I had a comment the other day on one of my videos where I was talking about what you got talked out of as a child. I'll post a link at the end of this one. It'll be up here somewhere. If one of the comments was about talking to their child and telling their child how awesome they are, and I thought that was amazing. I thought it was amazing insight into it, and what it did was led me down the path of how do you talk about things to your child. It's commonly referred to in the spiritual world as your inner child. And some people sort of see it as, oh, great, now I'm dealing with the inner child that lives inside my head and all those sorts of things. So it can get difficult to actually nail it down. I want to give you my example of what an inner child is. And the inner child is literally as you felt you were when you were a kid. Depending on how old you are, what you got up to. Look at back when you look through your childhood and you see yourself in times of struggle, in times when things didn't always make sense, when there may have been unwanted things happen, or just who you were and you felt like that got shut down. To be perfectly honest, for me it was grade 6. I asked the question, what are we? And got told by the teacher, I'll let you decide, animal, mineral or vegetable. And it was then that I realised I wasn't asking a physical human question. What I was asking was a spiritual one. What are we? Why are we here? Because it all seemed pretty pointless if we were just an animal, mineral or vegetable. And some of them was closest to other things than others are. So that's when I go for my inner child. I go back to grade 6 and I tell myself, I give myself words of encouragement. And to be honest, one of the most important things you can do with your inner child is to actually listen to that inner child. Let your inner child give you advice on how you need to handle things now. Because it isn't always, as an adult, that you think of the best things. So it makes it hard sometimes to be able to understand what you should do in this environment, in your current world. It's hard to actually see it and feel it. So talking to someone who's 10, 11 years old gives you a different perspective, it gives you a rawer perspective, gives you one that's not tainted by cynicism and what you see in social media or what your tainted friends tell you. It's something that gives you a lot more sense of honesty, of rawness, of appeal. It's something that really is worth looking at to a much higher degree than what a lot of people do. My gimbal's going nuts at the moment. So take care with your inner child. Explore what would you do if you were in this situation that you're sort of stewing over now. What would your inner child do? What would the 10-year-old you do? Listen to it. You don't have to do exactly that because, hey, let's face it, me as a 10-year-old child, I probably would have gone and climbed a tree, sat in my cubby house, whatever, do any of those sorts of things. But it's really important to talk to your inner child, to give you that innocent perspective of what's going on. Something that I'm a big fan of doing whenever I go and see something new, go on a bit of an adventure. Look at life through the eyes of a child. There's an innocence, there's a purity that hasn't been tainted yet. There's something really, really valuable in that. Something that you can really learn and you can grow and you can develop. So connect with your child. Just visualise them in your head. Start talking to them. Sit down on a park bench. Have a chat. Talk to them about your problems. See what they say. It'll feel weird at first. but it's a wonderful way to get more clarity on what the core of you, what your soul wants to do. Because it's all about connecting to that soul, and through your inner child's one of the best ways to do that. It's a really easy way, because your inner child hasn't been tainted, hasn't become a cynic, hasn't become brash or rude or arrogant. It's brutally honest, which is sometimes harder to take than others. But it is the opportunity to do that and to get true, genuine feedback. So take the time, connect with your inner child. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Jeff. If you like what you've seen, smash that like button, give me a subscribe, and I'll link that video again somewhere around here or there about what you missed out on as a child, what you can actually do to recover that. Go talk to your inner child today.